Hello and welcome. Today we're shrinking down the size of the ant and talking about Ant-Man. Ant-Man was released in 2015 and it stars Paul Rudd, who I know better as...
Okay.
You are really good. And Michael Douglas. And this was a film that I did not see previously. This was my first time viewing it this time around. I'm not a fan of insects. I'm not a fan of bugs. So therefore, watching a movie about ants was not appealing to me. But of course, it is still a very important part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm really glad that I got to watch it this time. It is very good. I love the characters. The humor is fantastic. There's a lot of humor in there, and it's interesting how the characters react with each other.
It's the wrong details. It has nothing to do with the story. Go.
So, he tells me that she's working as a housekeeper now, right? And she's dating this dude, Carlos, who's a shot caller from across the bay. And she tells him about the dude that she's cleaning for, right? That he's like this big shot CEO that is all retired now, but is loaded. And so Carlos and Ernesto are on the same softball team. And they get to talking, right? And here comes the good part. Carlos says, yo, man, this guy's got a big-ass safe just sitting in the basement, just chilling. Of course, Ernesto comes to me because he knows I got mad demon skill. Of course, I ask him, did Emily tell Carlos to tell you to get to me what kind of safe it was? And he says, nah, dog. All she said is that it's like super legit, and whatever's in it, it's gotta be good.
Michael Pena, who is Lewis, the character Lewis, is probably the best part of this movie. He brings a lot of humor in there, and it's really great seeing him interact with Paul Rudd's character, Scott Lang. And it's a redemption story. It's all about how he was an old con man that just got out of prison but got arrested for trying to do good and trying to basically Fight Club the world. We're going to talk about Fight Club later on, so if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to spoil it, but if you have, you understand what I'm talking about.
Around there, look around. I see a lot of new faces. Shut up! Which means a lot of you have been breaking the first two rules of Fight Club.
He teams up with the Doctor to become Ant-Man, and they just are trying to stop Hydra from everything. They're trying to stop a former co-worker of theirs, Darren, from selling their technology to Hydra. And that's how everything comes together. We have Hydra, we still have the mention of Stark, Falcon makes an appearance this time, and everything is fun. It's a very fun film. It definitely has a different vibe from Avengers, and Guardians is kind of separate in its own world, but it is closer to Avengers vibe than it is Guardians. Guardians is just out there, which I love, but it is very different. And it was enjoyable. Not my personal favorite, but I'm also biased because I'm not a fan of insects. But I am now looking forward to seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp when it does come out. This summer it's coming out, but I'm not going to be reviewing it this year around. But it's still, I'm excited to see what happens because it's going to continue with the events of Infinity War. So everything is building up, like I said, and we're going to continue getting closer and closer. Tomorrow we're going to go back to Captain America again with Captain America Civil War, and we're getting down to getting these stories now that are all the backdrop stories, and they're now coming together into Infinity War. It all leads up to this. So stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon.